My name is Hilary Oakley and I'm Director of Training and Consultancy at Exemplas. A lot of people say, do not talk about religion and politics. And it's strange because my experience is that a lot of people want to talk about religion and politics a lot of the time. Of course, the reason that we say you shouldn't talk about them is because sometimes those discussions can become very heated, because both religion and politics come down to something very deeply inside us, and that is belief. My own experience is that if we can understand our beliefs, then we can often control that deep-seated driver much more effectively, and then we can do something really helpful and constructive with it. Beliefs come from a range of different places. For many people, religious belief often starts with their family, their culture, their parents, the country they're born in, or even the race that they are. More often, non-religious beliefs will come from our friends, our peers, or possibly just our own life experience. Beliefs typically have three elements to them. There's what we call the legacy, which is the store of resource materials. It might be a series of stories, it might be archetypes, it might be heroes, it might be case studies, it might be things that we rehearse and have been rehearsed to us. That's the first element. Secondly, what we call the morality, which is the behavioral element, the values, the principles. It might be the things which limit the choices that we have or that we allow to limit us, the principles, the underlying drivers of behavior. And the third element is what we call the spirituality. That is the immanence, the contact with the divine in the way that the divine lives for us, whether it's a God in that sense, or it might be our money, or it might be friendship or love, or another conceptual type of God. But it is the contact with that immanent God which is the spirituality. Now, how do we use beliefs in improving our behavior, or indeed improving our performance or our leadership behavior? Well, there are four ways that we do it. The first thing that we need to do is to understand, well, to know and to understand the beliefs that we ourselves have. For a lot of people, belief is something which is well down inside them. Sometimes it's something which is quite forceful, what I've called a pool of raw energy. That belief can be quite destructive if we're not careful. So the first thing to do is to understand what it is that we do in fact believe. The second is to get to know those elements which make it up, those resources, those case studies, those archetypes, the heroes, but also the morality, the rules, the principles, the values, and also the spirituality, how we make contact with the divine. So that's the second thing. We need to understand really in detail what it is and how we connect with it. Thirdly, we need to start to own that, so that it's not something that others have brought to us or imposed on us, but it's something that really is part of who we are ourselves, and that we are now in control of it. And fourthly, and most important, once we own it, how do we start to do something constructive and helpful with it? So we now start to shape it around our own agenda, and that is how we find we can move forward as people at work, as managers, and as leaders. But to go through that process, we often need quite a bit of help, not someone who's going to tell us what we should believe or tell us what we should do with it, but someone who is going to help us to unpack that and to begin to own it and to live it for ourselves. Thank you.